It was around midnight when I first realized how empty the highway really was. I was driving back from a friend's house, about an hour away from my small town. Rain had been falling steadily for hours, and the wipers on my car were working overtime, barely keeping the windshield clear. The headlights cut through the dark like knives, reflecting off the slick asphalt. But I barely saw another car in either direction. I'd always been careful on this stretch of road. It's notorious for accidents. But that night, tired and anxious to get home, I ignored the little voice in my head, warning me to slow down. About 15 miles in, the rain let up just enough to reveal something strange. A figure standing by the side of the road. At first, I thought it was a hitchhiker, maybe soaked and shivering. I slowed, rolled down my window slightly, and called out, "Hey, do you need a ride?" The figure didn't move. I couldn't see a face, just a dark silhouette, the rain making it shimmer in an almost unnatural way. Then, out of nowhere, it raised its arm, pointing straight at me, not waving, not signaling. Pointing. I froze for a moment, gripping the wheel tighter. Okay, I muttered to myself and tried to drive past, but my car stalled. The engine coughed, spluttered, and then went completely silent. My heart started pounding. I tried restarting it. Nothing. That's when I noticed the road behind me, completely empty except for one thing: tire tracks, fresh, deep, cutting across the lanes. But they weren't from my car. They were leading directly toward the figure, almost like it had walked across the asphalt without touching it. I got out, drenched by the rain, and the air was heavy with that strange stillness that falls right before something bad happens. "Hello," I called, my voice cracking. "Do you need help?" The figure didn't answer. It just kept pointing. Then, as I stepped closer, I saw it. A mangled bike, twisted metal and shattered lights lying in the middle of the road. And next to it, a man, or at least what was left of him. His eyes were wide open, staring at nothing, and his mouth hung open in a silent scream. I stumbled back, almost falling. Suddenly, my phone buzzed. No signal, just a random notification from some unknown number. It read, "He wasn't alone. Don't turn back." My blood ran cold. I glanced around, and the figure had disappeared. Not walking, not running, just gone, as if it had never been there. The rain picked up again, pounding on the hood of my car like fists. I knew I couldn't stay there. I jumped in and tried the engine again. This time it started, but something was off. The road. It wasn't the same. Everything looked familiar, yet wrong. Every curve I took, every tree I passed seemed slightly shifted, as if the highway itself had changed. And then I saw headlights behind me, a car coming fast. At first, I thought it was someone trying to help. But the way it didn't slow down, the way it seemed to get closer no matter how fast I drove, I realized it wasn't human. The lights weren't steady, they flickered, and I swore I saw something in the reflection of my rearview mirror, a face, pale, wet, smiling too wide. I swerved, narrowly missing a tree, and the car behind me vanished. The rain stopped as suddenly as it had started, leaving an eerie silence. I pulled over, trembling, and that's when I saw it. The figure from the road, now standing directly in front of my car, not pointing anymore, just staring. I couldn't move, couldn't scream. My hands were frozen on the wheel, and then a whisper, soft, wet, almost like it was dripping from the air itself. "Stay with us." I slammed the car into gear, tires screeching, and didn't stop until I reached the next town. I never saw the figure again, but the image of that mangled man, the pointing silhouette, and the whisper stays with me. Every time I drive that highway now, I slow down, and sometimes, just sometimes, when the rain hits at midnight, I swear I see a shadow at the edge of my headlights, pointing. So, if you're ever driving alone on a dark, rainy highway, don't stop for anyone. Not for a car crash, not for a figure in the rain. Some accidents are still waiting.